The good news is you can do this. And I'm going to encourage you, whatever you've been through, my prayers are with you, my thoughts are with you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rolla, clinical psychologist, and today I'm going to continue my self-disclosure series on my life after divorce. This is episode 8. Before I continue with this new episode, please subscribe and follow me on social media at Ask Dr. Rolla, AskDrRolla. Now let's do this episode 8. This series is very, very personal to me because I share with you my emotional recovery journey, and I want you to check out episode 1 to have a better understanding as to why I decided to do this series. This is episode 8, and the tool I'm going to share with you to help you in your emotional healing journey is do no harm. In the medical text and for medical professionals, they have this as something that they live up to do their patients no harm. And as a psychologist, I'm constantly thinking too about my ethical responsibilities to my patients. But as I began to work through my emotional pain from a marriage of 15 years ending, this tool became something that I had to embrace. And it's incredibly empowering, and it also involves a lot of discipline. Now, what do I mean by do no harm? Do no harm is a decision that you make when you've gone through pain to not hurt other people. We have this popular saying that hurt people hurt others. And I do not believe that that saying is correct in its entirety. Hurt people who do not handle their pain the right way hurt others. So I was deeply hurt from my divorce, but I made a decision early on to not be the kind of person that will go around spreading hurt and pain. Even though I'm hurting and the hurting may be oozing out of me, I can develop skills to work through those painful moments so that I channel my pain the right way. Hurt people do not necessarily hurt others. The only reason they hurt others is they refuse to learn healthy and positive ways to manage their pain. How do you follow through with this tool to do no harm? You make a decision. You may not know how to carry it out, but the decision to not hurt others, to work against the painful experiences and instead spread positive experiences is a powerful move. It is a bold move, and it is not for the faint-hearted because it demands some level of discipline, and it demands you following through even though you don't feel like it. Now, how did I use this tool to do no harm? One area that was serious for me was to do no harm to my children, whether intentionally or unintentionally. There are details, for example, about the divorce that they do not need to know anything about. That is between the adults in the marriage. There is absolutely no need for my children to be informed about it, because that would be me imposing and giving them information that may make them have negative perceptions of their father. In using this tool, I cannot share that information. Now, there are things they're going to need to know, like custody issues, when you're going to see your dad and all that. But other things, there's no need for have that information. Another way to carry out this tool that is very powerful is to no longer make excuses for bad behavior. Yes, you're hurt. Yes, you've been treated inappropriately. In some cases, some of the people watching this video have been abused. But I'm not going to excuse hurting others because of what I've experienced. There are many ways to channel my frustration and my anger that involves not harming the other person. So no excuses and no sharing information that could damage the perception of others in a way that is detrimental. With children, they're vulnerable. They don't need that information. Another critical way of doing no harm is to not lie or exaggerate what the other person has done. Because tempers are high and people go through a lot. Some of you are married and you're not on the verge of divorce, but you exaggerate things that have happened in the relationship that are negative. Some of you are dating. You're portraying the other person in a way that is detrimental, that is not true. Even though you're hurt, I'm going to encourage you to not do that. That opens up a lot of drama that takes the energy from your healing process and takes the energy from you to begin to strategize in ways that are positive to move forward. Don't lie about the other person and don't exaggerate. Don't say and spread rumors about them to malign them. That is following through with this tool of doing no harm. Now let me look at my other point. What I like about this tool of doing no harm, it helps you to have delayed gratification. The natural thing to do when somebody hurts you is to get back at them. And this does not mean that after I went through my divorce or doing it that I was perfect. But because I was paying attention to this tool, I was catching myself. What does delayed gratification do? It helps you to build your emotional and psychological muscle. You become stronger. I find that because I started working with this tool, it was possible for me to go to work and engage with people in other contexts and do it in a positive way. Even though I'm going through divorce, the decision to do no harm to my children and to my ex-husband, even though I had to make some legal decisions, the other person can think differently. That decision helped me to be able to handle my business in my workplace, to handle my business in other areas of my life, so that the pain is not oozing out and spewing into every other area of my life and oozing out into other areas of my life that could also make the problem more complicated. So here I am going through a divorce. If the pain keeps oozing out and I don't learn delayed gratification, I might end up destroying relationships in other areas of my life. It might also affect my productivity at work and my ability to think ahead and think in a positive way. Another thing I like about this tool of doing no harm is that it takes the energy away from the pain and helps you to distract yourself from the intensity of the pain. And then you have some energy to make better decisions about these critical areas of your life. When we're oozing out in pain and we're full with emotion, even if we have the best of intentions, we can go into areas in which people would give us positive feedback, and we can bring out the worst in them. For example, if you go to court or you're dealing with an attorney and you take the anger and your frustration from what you went through your marriage or your relationship and you take it out on them, you will not get the best out of those people. So I found that in using this tool, I was able to attract positivity towards me. I was able to dream for better opportunities in my work and in every area of my life. I was able to attract people and opportunities. And then another thing I love about it is I felt like I was paying myself for what I've been through in a good way. Nothing like living well and working with yourself and becoming happy in spite of what you've been through. Nothing as powerful as that. That is the greatest revenge. Revenge is not getting back at somebody and calling people up and telling them a bunch of stories. Revenge is them seeing you day after day, handling your business, showing maturity. So needless to say, this tool of no harm grew me fast. I had to be incredibly disciplined. I had to watch what I say and how I say it. If I hurt somebody and I became aware of it, and I may not have been aware, I apologize. What am I doing? I am growing myself in spite of the pain. I'm not ignoring my pain, but this pain is not constantly eating me up. And over time, I began to feel better. Also, with using this tool, what you're saying to yourself is, I may feel bad, that doesn't mean I should act bad. You're creating a space between how you feel and how you act. constantly asking myself, am I doing harm because of what I've been through? Am I making excuses for what I've suffered? Or am I giving everyone I come across the best opportunity, and I giving myself a best chance, not just to heal from the pain of divorce, but to also build healthy relationships along the way? I want you to understand that when you go through emotional pain, even though it doesn't feel good, you can become more disciplined. So I want to encourage you, subscribe, like this video, share with many people as possible. I am excited about this self-disclosure series about my life after divorce. I want you to follow through on it. I want you to practice it, and you're going to see yourself feeling better in a few days from now. Talk to you soon. Much love.